Has the Singapore property market peaked? We found two compelling telltale signs. Welcome to another session of Chat with TC. The Singapore property market has seen insane growth in 2023, despite elevated interest rates and additional cooling measures. As the saying goes, what goes up must come down. In the case of the property market, it has its boom and bust cycles. The bigger all about is, when? Has the Singapore property market peaked? Let's find out. Current states of the Singapore property market. Our property market has been on an upward trend since the start of the year, thanks to the pent-up demand and the lack of housing supply. According to Urban Redevelopment Authority or URA, the private property price index has been on a steady rise. As for the public housing market, the HDB resale price index has also shot up. What about landed homes? Caveats data from the URA shows the median price for transactions of new landed homes, including rebuilt and new built properties, on the rise from 2018 to 2022 across detached, semi-detached and terrace houses. Let's take a clear look into the following chart. In 2023, from January to August, prices dipped slightly due to several factors such as lower sales volume, more transactions outside the prime districts, and the sale of more 99-year leasehold homes. Out of the 28 new terrace house deals during the period, 22 caveats for 99 years leasehold units at Pollen Collection were lodged, priced at $2,100 per square foot on average, bringing the median price of new terrace houses down to $2,199 per square foot. Among the three housing types, the median land price of new detached houses saw the biggest jump of 60% from $1,959 per square foot in 2018 to $3,136 per square foot in 2023. However, it is worth to note, comparing 2022, the median land price of all the three categories, namely detached, semi-detached, and terrace, all experienced a drop year on year. Based on my observation, affluent locals, with some help from their parents, chose to invest in detached, semi-detached and terrace houses because they see them as a better asset to preserve value in the long term. New wealth coming from ultra high net worth new citizens tend to be invested in new or newer GCBs. Now let's look at outlook of landed homes in Singapore. The sales momentum of landed home transactions slowed down considerably in 2023 due to a confluence of factors such as risk of economic recession, the ongoing effects of the war in Ukraine, the rising interest rates and inflation. The latest hike in additional buyer's stamp duty in April 2023 has also caused some potential buyers to hold back. Up to the end of August 2023, only 819 caveats have been lodged for landed homes, new and resale. I expect the total sales volume for the whole year to be around 1,200 units, some 30% lower than the sales volume in 2022. The URA price index for landed homes gained 7% in the first half of 2023, after rising by 9.6% in 2022 and 13.3% in 2021. The uptrend is expected to continue, but at a slower pace in the second half of 2023 and beyond. This is despite elevated SORA interest rates and additional cooling measures from the government, with an increase in the additional buyer's stamp duty. If we look at the overall Singapore property market outlook, when it comes to the private property market, we can see that the property price index has plateaued a little in the second quarter of 2023. While this by itself doesn't mean much, there are a few telltale signs that could signal that Singapore's property market has peaked. Property Guru's Q3 property market report. According to Property Guru's latest report, which aggregated and indexed data from over 600,000 property listings on Property Guru, Singapore, the residential property market is demonstrating symptoms of deceleration as high interest rates and cooling measures temper prices and demand. The sale price index has revealed that the median asking prices of listings on the Property Guru website rose 1% from Q1 of 2023 to Q2 of 2023, following a 0.7% increase from Q4 of 2022 to Q1 of 2023. This is likely because sellers are still holding firm or raising their asking prices. Meanwhile, the gap between expected prices and asking prices continue to hinder successful transactions. However, more sellers are willing to accept a lower price to complete the sale of their property in Q2 of 2023, especially if they needed to do so to avoid incurring the higher ABSD rates. Hence, we will likely see prices oscillate between slight increases and decreases in subsequent quarters. As for HDB resale flats, the asking prices have slowed in Q2 of 2023, seeing a 0.6% quarter-on-quarter growth, as compared to a 1.6% quarter-on-quarter increase in Q1 of 2023. Meanwhile, demand has declined 6.4% quarter-on-quarter. This suggests that government's efforts to promote market stability via introducing cooling measures and increasing BTO flat supply are starting to show results. Top developers may be hinting a slowdown too. Another telltale sign that the market may be slowing down is to look at what developers are doing. What better way to get an insight into the property market than studying companies who have on-the-ground knowledge? After all, developers all know with a high level of accuracy when sales are slowing down. The ones that they don't won't survive. According to the research by some property experts, they have found an indication that the property market is about to slow down. A land plot at Jalan Tembusu received bids from just 2 developers. From the looks of it, the plot doesn't seem too bad. Let's see. Some analysts even went down to check it out for themselves, but couldn't find any issues with this piece of land. Yet, developers who are land-starved still played it cautious. Buyers have a lot of choices, but with the new launches that have yet to sell out, it indicates that there is an upper limit of what buyers are willing to pay. They concluded that there is a change in the air and that home prices are reaching the limits of what the market can tolerate. Now, let's ask ourselves this very serious question. Has the Singapore property market reached its peak? Overall, private residential property prices remain broadly flat amid lower sales transaction volume in Q3 of 2023. The URA released the flash estimate of the price index for private residential property for third quarter of 2023 on 2nd of October 2023. Overall, the flash estimate of the private residential property price index increased just marginally on a quarter-on-quarter basis by just 0.5% in third quarter of 2023, following the 0.2% decline in second quarter of 2023. The increase was significantly lower than the average quarterly increase of 2.1% in 2022. In addition, sale transaction volume fell by about 15% on a quarter-on-quarter basis and by about 26% on a year-on-year basis in third quarter of 2023. Prices of landed properties slid 4.9% in third quarter of 2023, reversing the 1.1% increase in the previous quarter. prices of non-landed properties rose 2.1% following the 0.6% decrease in the previous quarter. Based on what I've gathered so far from two reputable sources, I'm quite sure that the Singapore property market is at the very least reaching its peak. But exactly when it will reach the peak, it is anyone's guess, just like timing a stock market. Whether you're a property investor or a home buyer, I hope that this information has provided you with greater insight into the current property market in 2023 and beyond. What are your thoughts on Singapore property market? Share them with me in the comments and connect with me in the many ways you can here. See you next round.